Fine. Okay. Okay. So the next type of data is dictionary. So did we discuss everything regarding tuple? Okay, I think the last session we have discussed about the type function also, right? Type.
Input or technology.
We discussed about input. That's fine, not an issue. So now the next type of data is dictionary. So like numbers, however, we have a numbers type of data. Next is strings, however, we have a string type of data. Next is tuple, list, however, we have a list type of data. The next type is tuple, however, we have a tuple. Now the next is dictionary. So numbers we have done, strings we are done, list we are done, tuple we are done. And now today we are discussing about dictionaries. So dictionary is also one of the data type in Python, or we can say dictionary is also another type of data in Python. Okay, so like you have numbers, like you have strings, like you have tuples, dictionaries. In the same way, we have dictionaries also. So now, how to create a dictionary? To create a string, we are using like this, quotes, adding some data. Create list, we are using square brackets like this. To create tuples, we are using parentheses like this. Now, guys, before starting this one, so did we discuss everything regarding tuple? Like what are the methods inside tuple? Tuple is immutable. So did we discuss that or not?
Yes, sir, we discussed.
We discussed, sir.
We discussed, right? So we have only count and index operation in tuple. Okay, we have discussed that, right? Yeah. So now in the same way, to create a dictionary, we will be using curly braces. This is how. Okay, to get started with dictionaries, we will be, to create a dictionary, we will be using curly braces. So if you are giving a equal to this one, it will become empty string. If you become a equal to, if you use a equals to this one, it will, if you represent, or if you use a square brackets, then it will represent, or it will create a list. In the same way, a equal to, if you are using parenthesis, then it will create a tuple. Now in the same way, if you are creating a equals to this brackets, curly braces, and this will create a dictionary. So we have discussed about list, how the data will be stored in the list. We have discussed about tuple, how the data will be stored in tuple. So now let's get discussed about dictionaries. We know that dictionary can be created with the help of this curly braces. Now, if you observe the list, how the data will be stored inside a list. Let's say x equal to, I want to store 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, some 60. Let's say this is the list I want to create. So these are the data that I am storing inside this. In the same way, if you want to store the data inside a dictionary, then the data inside a dictionary will be stored as key colon value. Let's say key 1 colon value 1, comma, key 2 colon value 2, comma, key 3 colon value 3, comma, key 4 colon value 4, and so on. Like this. So just observe the above example, line number 12, how the data is stored inside a list. If the same data you want to store inside a dictionary, then this V1 is nothing but the 10. Next V2 is nothing but 20. This V3 is nothing but 30. If same data you are trying to store into dictionary, then V4 is nothing but some 50 or 40, and so on. So you might be thinking, then what about this K1? Before discussing regarding this K1 and etc. things, what I wanted to do is I wanted you to show how the data will be stored in dictionary. So here the point is that in dictionary, the data will be stored in key and value based approach. So now this is one data. This is another data. This is another data. This is another data. So inside dictionaries, the data can be stored as key and value pairs. Like this, these two are called as one pair. These two are one pair, and these two are one pair. These two are another pairs. So the data will be stored in key and value pairs. Okay, so this is how the data will be stored in dictionary. So now, why these dictionaries? Why? The reason of dictionaries, why? Because we have a list. It's a good, like you can do a changes, you can do something, you can add something, you can remove something, you can store all different kinds of data in that. Then again, why dictionary? If you observe that, in case of list, for example, if you have a lot of numbers like this, we have a big list. Now you want to find the index number of this one, or let's say there is one element called some 95. There are huge items inside a list. Let's say there are 1 lakh items inside a list, and inside that there is an item called 95. You want to identify that 95. If you want to identify that 95, first we need to find the index number. If you want to find the index number, then you have to go in this particular way, step by step, like this. You have to travel. You have to travel one by one, 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 and reach that 95. So if this is the way, then if the list is keep on increasing, then it will be difficult for searching on item, right? So list will be time taking process if you want to find something, if you want to search something. But dictionary, which is more faster. The reason is that why dictionary is more faster is, if you observe here in case of list, right? Everything in case of list, we are following indexing. If you want this item, x of 0. If you want this item, x of some 3. So we are using index based approach. If you are doing a slicing, if you are doing a indexing, if you want to do something, if you want to access any item inside this list, we are using indexing method, indexing procedure. With the help of indexing numbers, we can do anything. So let's say if you want to go to here, we have to come like with indexing process, like step by step, step by step. So everything can be done with the help of index. Now in dictionary, no, I don't want to use any more indexing. I don't want the concept of indexing. Then how we can store the data? So here, instead of indexing, we can use our own keys. Like I can give the name here as A. I can give the name here as B. Here I can give the name as 1. Here I can give the name as 4. So I can give my own, however you want. Now, if you want to ask the interpreter, hey interpreter, give me the value 10. Then what we have to do is A of A, like this. Inside this dictionary A, I am calling the key. With the help of keys, you can get the values. Then how you can give the keys? Whichever the name, whatever the name you want, however you want, you can give the names. So the benefit of having dictionary is I don't want to depend upon indexing process. I don't want to use anymore. If I am going with indexing process, it will be time taking. Step by step, it have to go. But here, I am not at all using indexing. Instead of indexing, I am using keys. To this value, I am creating one key. To this value, I am giving one key. To this value, I am giving one key. In the same way, to this value, I am giving this key. So how this key and value are separated? With the help of colon. That means this is the key. To this key, this value is linked. So this is one item. Now there is one more key. To this key, one value 20 is linked up. I mean, it is linking. So this is one pair. So in the same way, we have 4 pairs here. Now, whenever you want any item, let's say I want 30. So 30 is my actual data. Then what about this one? If you want 30, you have to call with this name. If you want 20, you have to call with this name. If you want 40, you have to call with this name. So these are the keys. So why we are using keys? Because dictionary is a concept where the data can be stored in the form of keys and values. Because when compared to list, here we are following indexing approach. Now we don't want to use any indexing. Instead of indexing, we can create our own keys. Clear? So this is just, I wanted to show you how the dictionary will look like. So what is this key? What is this value? How the data will look like? How to create a dictionaries? So is it clear to you, this few points?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Anybody has any questions regarding this? How to create a dictionary? So
No.
inside a dictionary, how the data will be stored? Okay. Now let us deep dive into dictionaries. Point number 1. Dictionaries are not ordered. Dictionaries are not ordered. That means in case of list, we have discussed that list is a ordered. Ordered means what? However, you are creating a list, it will be in the same order. It will never change. But dictionary, they are not ordered. The data can be shuffling. Now see how you have created the dictionary here. First data is 10. Next data is 20. Next data is 30. Next data is 40. So when you ask the interpreter, hey interpreter, what is data A? Then what will happen is this 20, this 40 may come into first. This 10, this data will go into middle. So the data will be shuffling. So data shuffling means items will be moved. So this is one item. This is second item. This is third item. This is fourth item, right? So they will be swapping. So it will keep on moving. Data will be keep on shuffling. So they are not ordered because it doesn't need to be ordered, right? Why we need a dictionary to be ordered? We are not using any indexing, right? For example, if I want to get this 10, what I will be doing? I will be asking the interpreter with this key name. If I call with this key, then I will get this value. If you are using these keys to get the values, then it doesn't matter where the 10 is located, right? Yes or no? Now this 10 can be anywhere. It can be here, it can be here, it can be here, it can be here. Wherever it is, it doesn't matter. Because if I want 10, I will call with this name. So it is not matters whether the data is arranged in the same order or not. Now we are using the Python version 9, right? So 3.11 we are using in this current version. Before to Python 3.7, what happens is the data inside this dictionary, right? It is not ordered. Not ordered means the data will be keep on changing. This 40 will come, this 440 it will come to first, or this 810 it will go to last. So it will keep on moving. So there is no standard because it is not required, right? Why need to be standard? If you want this 20, you are not depending, right, where this 20 is placed, whether it is in second position or whether it is in fourth position. We are not depending upon the positions now because we have created our own keys. If I want 20, I can call with this key. Now it doesn't matter where this 20 is located. So that's why, so we say that dictionary is unordered. But after 3.7, what the Python team has made is they made constant. That means they made this data as ordered. That means however you are creating, it will be in the same way. Now if you are creating like this, that means A will be in the first position, B will be second position, this will be third position, this will be fourth position. Now the point here what we have to remember is whether it's a 3.7 version or whether it is a other version, it doesn't matter. Whatever the version might be, whether it is a changing or not changing, that means the dictionary is ordered or not ordered, it doesn't matter. because we are not depending upon the indexing. We are not depending upon the positions. We are using our own keys. So it doesn't matter whether this 10 is stored in whichever the location. If it is having in the first position, doesn't matter. If the 10 is going to the last position, doesn't matter, because I am not depending upon the positions. I am depending upon the keys. Here? Any questions? Hello?
Sir, keys same ఉంటే సార్ double.
I am coming to that particular point. Don't worry about the keys. So I am focusing upon ordered and not ordered. So is it clear to you about that point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now the second point is dictionaries are mutable. Now you have idea, right? What is mutable? What is immutable? Strings are immutable. Numbers are immutable. Tuples are immutable. But list we have discussed. Lists are mutable. That means you can change something. You can add something. You can remove something. Now in the same way, dictionaries. Dictionaries are also mutable. That means you can change, you can add, you can remove, you can do whatever you want. Now third point. Third point is that if you observe the data here, how the data has been created inside this dictionary, we have key and value. 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 Now, here if you observe, for key, we have used strings. Here we have used numbers. So, how the keys can be created? What are the rules that we need to follow to have a key inside a dictionary? That is the point number 3. Now the point that you have to remember is, in case if you want to create a key for a dictionary, then that key should be only immutable type of data. So whatever the key that you are trying to create, that key should be immutable. Immutable means like numbers, we have a strings, and we have tuples. Only these 3 types. You can use numbers to create a key. You can use strings to create a key. You can use tuples to create a key. Okay? Only these 3 types of data can be used to create a keys. I am focusing it again. Don't get confused. I am talking about only the keys part. Keys, if you want to create a keys, you have to use only numbers or a string or a tuple. That's it. Only these 3 will be used for creating a key. But value, anything. Value can be anything, right? So when we talk about anything, anything means what? It can be number, can be a string, it can be a list, it can be a tuple, it can be a dictionary, another dictionary also, it can be a set, that we will discuss later. So these are the 6 different types of data that we have in Python. Among these 6, let me put this particular way. Among these 6, right? These 3 are immutable. These 3 are mutable. So now we are talking about the values. Values can be anything, right? If you just observe here in case of list, now I can store everything as a like this, right? 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. It's fine. We can store anything whatever we want. But this index number will be 0. This index number will be 1. It doesn't matter how many 10s are there. Index numbers will be unique. In the same way, it doesn't matter what the value it is, but the key should be always unique. This is the point that you have to remember. Key should be unique. You cannot have multiple A's, like the name A10, again A20, again A30. That is not possible. Only one key with one name. It should be unique. For example, the best example is in a class we have a student, right? For example, a student in a class, there can be a multiple students whose name is Ravi. But every student will be having a unique roll number, right? If there are 10 Ravis, every student will be having a separate roll number. There can be everybody Ravi in the class, but every student will be having a unique roll number. So keys are like roll numbers. You cannot have multiple keys for one value. You can have a multiple 10s here, same 10, 10, 10, that is fine. But key should be different. And the key should be only immutable type. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so these are the 4 points that you need to remember in case of dictionaries. Let me know if you have any questions on this. Anybody has any questions? Any questions? No questions? Is it clear to you? Did you understand or not? Let me know. So what is this A now? What is A here?
List, sir.
If I want to add one item to this list, how can I do that?
One item.
1 second. Hold on. Okay. One item to this number, how we can add that?
Sir?
If I want to add one more item, if I want to add one more data to this one, let's say I want to add a 10 to this list. Now this is a list, right? We have created one list. Now if I want to add one item 10 to this list, so what to do?
Append
How? Can you tell me?
A dot.
A dot.
Append.
Append.
Open the bracket, sir.
Okay.
10.
And 10.
Close the
Enter.
bracket.
Okay, so this is how we will be adding, right? So now, if I want to create a dictionary, D equal to, as we discussed, we will be using these brackets. Inside this, I am storing like this: 1 colon 10, 2 colon 20. I have a I have 45. Then I have 45 colon Python Python. Then I have Python Python, or let me do 67 colon Python. You can create however you want. Okay, so this is a dictionary. This is how our dictionary will be created. So guys, apart from these 4 points, remember one more point, that is dictionary, right? Now this D is a dictionary. Now this A is a dictionary, right? So this dictionary, it will always remember the keys, but not the values, because no need to remember the values. If it remember the keys, anyway that key is mapped to a value. You got the point? This dictionary, it will remember like only A, B1 4, because these are the keys. The dictionary will focus and it will always focus to always remember the keys only. It will not focus on the values, because if it focus on the keys, anyway this key will be having a value, so obviously that will be having this also. So dictionary will always remember and focus on the keys part. Okay, so now in this dictionary we have this data. Now if I ask the interpreter, hey interpreter, what is this day? It will give you the entire dictionary. If I ask the interpreter, hey interpreter, inside this dictionary I want a key 2, then what will happen is, it will go here, it will check for the key. It will check for the key. You're asking inside this dictionary the key is 2. So wherever the key is, like this one, right? So what it will do is, whatever the value that is mapped to this particular key, that value you will be getting. If I ask the dictionary D of A, now what it will give me? If I ask the dictionary D of A, what the interpreter will give me?
45.
45. Correct, right? Now if I ask the interpreter, hey, what is 10? D of 10, then what it will give me?
1.
So here D of 2, what is this 2? What is this 2?
Key, sir.
D of A, what is this A? What is this A?
Key, sir. Value, sir.
Values.
Here it is a key, here it is a key, here it is a value. Why? How the interpreter will know that this is a value, this is a key, this is a value? It is not like depending upon this one it will understand. No. The keys only. D of 2, if you are giving like this, the interpreter will understand that this is the key and it will search for that key. It founds here. Whatever the key is there, it will give the value of that one. D of A, it will search for the A. Yes, A is here. Whatever the value is there, it will pick up that value. D of 10, it will search for the 10 key. This is not. This is not. This is not. So there is no key with the name 10. Key error. You have given wrong key. Dictionary has only key number 1, key name 2, key name A, key name Python, key name 45 and key name 67. So these are the only keys available inside this dictionary. Now you are asking the interpreter, inside this D, I want the key 10, but there is no 10 with the key. Yes or no? Yeah. If I ask like this, D of Python.
Yes, sir.
Now what will the answer?
Same, sir. Same thing. Key error.
Correct. You're asking that inside this D, I want a Python key, but there is no a key with the name Python. The values are there. Values are different. That's why I informed you point number 5. That is, dictionary will always remember the keys only. Now inside this D, what it will remember is 1, 2, A, 45, 67. You're asking Python, but there is no name with Python inside this key. That's why it say that key error. Okay. So this is how you can access the data inside dictionary. So here there is no concept of indexing. We are not using any index numbers, right? So there is no indexing. So we have to give keys only. So these are not index numbers. Remember carefully. D of 2 means 0, 1, 2, not that one. So there is no indexing concept in dictionaries. Indexing is there only in tuple, list and strings, because they are ordered. They follow the same order. That's why index is applicable here. But here, no, indexing is not applicable. If indexing is not applicable, then slicing is also not applicable. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now this is how a dictionary will be created. This is how a dictionary data will be stored in the form of data will be stored in the form of keys and values in a dictionary, and this is how you can access the data of a dictionary. Okay, so now we have discussed that dictionaries are mutable. That means dictionaries are changeable. So changeable means what? You can change the data. That means you can add one more data to this dictionary. You can remove something from the dictionary. You can update the data from the dictionary. So you can do the changes inside a dictionary. So however, we have append, remove, pop, reverse, sort. These are all our list operations. So why those we are using? If you want to add something, we use an append operation. If you want to remove something, we will use remove or pop operation. In the same way, dictionary also has some operations. So each operation will be used for each specific purpose. If you want to add something to dictionary, similar to append in case of list, in the same way we have another operation in dictionary. If we want to remove something from a dictionary, similar to list, we have a pop. Here also we have some other operation to remove pop, to remove data. Okay, so we have a different operations available inside dictionary. We will discuss them step by step now. Okay, so now this is a dictionary. If I want to add one item to this dictionary, how to add it? If I want to add one dictionary to this, how to add it is d dot set default. D dot set default. The operation name is set default. So on this dictionary, use set default operation. Why? To add some data to this dictionary. So now, if you observe this dictionary, this is a key and value, one item. Key, value, one item. Key, value, one item. That means every item has a two data. That means key and value. So if you want to add something, you have to provide both key and value. For example, if I'm using a set default operation, why am I using set default operation? Because I want to add one data. If you want to add one data, what is the key of that data and what is the data? Those two things we have to mention. For example, I want to add one key, that name is 10. So set default, I'm using a key 10 and comma, the value is 100. Enter. Now if you see here, 10 and 100 got added. So 10 is the key, 100 got the value. So if I want to add 100 is the key and value is 1. Enter. 101 got added. So this is how you want to add a item to a dictionary. Set default is an operation which will be used to add some data to the dictionary. Is it clear? Anybody has any questions here?
No, sir.
Okay, now if I'm giving 10 comma Ravi, now what will happen? Tell me. I'm trying to give set default
Yes, sir.
10 comma Ravi.
It's an error, sir, because already we have the 10 keyword.
Sorry?
So already we have 10, sir, keyword. 10 we already we have in the dictionary.
Yes.
Hello. Guys, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What will be the answer, guys? Tell me. Yes, sir.
Error వస్తుంది సార్.
Yes, sir.
Partition, two sharing.
Third.
sharing.
Okay, listen. Okay. So you are thinking that it will come error. Okay, that's fine. Good guessing. So it will not give you any error. What it will do is it will not accept the new data. If already key is there, okay, if you're trying to give one more data, then it will not accept. It will just take the same one, because whatever the key you're trying to give 10, it is already existing. So it will not accept the new data. It will take the old one only. So using set default, you can add the keys, but only new keys. If you are giving the old keys, it will not accept. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is about set default. Now, if you want to remove something, in case of list, if you want to remove something, how we will do? Let's say you have list here, like if I want to remove something, then we will use pop operation, right? So pop dot index number we will be using. So here also we have a d dot pop. But in case of pop operation, in case of list, how the pop operation will work? We have to pass the index number, right? But in dictionary, we don't have index numbers. Then what will pass? In case of list, we are passing indexing numbers. But now this is dictionaries. In dictionaries also we have pop operation. But here there is no indexing numbers, right? Then what we have to pass?
Keys.
Keywords, sir.
Correct.
Keys.
Exactly. Because instead of dictionaries, we are using keys. So whatever the key that you want to remove, that we have to mention. For example, I want to remove A. If you are giving A, that means this will be removed. It is showing that 45 is linked to this key, and this key and value got removed. The same way, d dot 2. If I give 2, we give 20. So 20 is linked to this key, and that got removed. Okay. Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is a pop. Now you might be thinking, right? So there are a lot of items inside this dictionary. If I want to know what are the only keys, there are keys value, key value, key value. If I want to get only keys, then d dot keys, keys. Okay, d dot keys. This will give the list of keys inside the dictionary. So 1 is a key, 45 is a key, 67 is a key, 10 is a key, 100 is a key. So list of keys. In the same way, if you want only values from the dictionary, if you're asking the interpreter, hey interpreter, give me only the values part from this dictionary, then d dot values. If you use this operation, it will give you only values. If you want to ask the interpreter, hey interpreter, I want keys and values both, then d dot items. So this is one item, key and value. Second item, key and value. So you are getting list inside tuples. One tuple has key value, another tuple has key value, another tuple has key value, another tuple has key value. So list of all tuples. Like an item wise, you will get it. Hello.
Sir,
Yeah. Any questions?
no, sir. Sir, I have one question, sir. I want to change the values in the key, sir.
Yeah, we'll discuss that. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Clear? Anybody has any questions?
No, sir.
One second, huh? Okay. So if you want to get like this. So now let us discuss how to modify. Now let's say you have a list. This is a list, right? If I want to add one item to this list, how we will do? If I want to add one item to a list, how that can be done? If I want to add one item to a list, how we can do that?
Append, sir.
Append, right? If I want to remove something, let's say I want to remove 45, how we can do that?
Remove options.
Now I want to replace, I want to modify this data. I want to remove A here and I want to mention T there. How can we do that? Did we discuss that? Modification. You are able to add. You are able to remove. Now I want to modify. That means at this location, I want to replace the data. So if you want to replace the data here, if you ask the interpreter A, it will give you entire thing. But I don't want everything. I want this one. Then 0, 1, 2, 3. A of 3 means what? You will get this. Equals to some T. That means inside this A, at location number 3, I am giving T. Inside this A, at location number T, at location number 3, whatever the data was there, it will remove that and it will replace with the T. Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Did we discuss this thing? when we're discussing about list concept, or did I skip
Yes,
this
sir.
one?
No, I don't. I didn't remember this.
Okay. So this is how a modification, wherever you want, inside this A, we have to provide the index value. For example, I want to do this one, -1, -2, -3, -4. A of -4. We have discussed rule number 1 in Python, right? Right side equal to left side. So I'm giving something like JJJ. So equals to operator is there. Right side data to left side. What is the left side? A -4. That means inside this list at -4 location, I'm placing JJJ. Clear? So this is how a modification can be done generally. Now come back to dictionary. Now in the same way, what we are doing, A and index number equal to some value. So inside this list, at this location, the value will be replaced. Now come to dictionary. D, we don't have indexing, right? Then what we have? We have keys 45 equals to, let's say, program, program. Listen carefully. Then what it will do is, when you are giving D of 45, what it will do is, the interpreter first, it will go and check for this key. Inside this dictionary, does it is having any key with a name 45. It will check for that one. If any key is having with 45, then whatever the value is there, it will remove that value and it will place this value. Clear? Now listen, one more important point here. Now I am giving like this, D of 1, 2, 3, like this, equals to Python. Now tell me what will happen. Any guesses? What will happen?
Will not taken, sir.
Will not taken. Why? May I know reason? Why are thinking that it will not taken?
There is no 1, 2, 3 keys, sir. Keys, sir.
There is no key 1, 2, 3. Now remember carefully, guys. Everybody, please focus here. Now, if you want to modify something, how we are doing? D of that key equal to value. If you are giving in this particular way, then how the interpreter will take and understand is, it will first check for the key. Inside this dictionary, do we have any key with that name? If the key name is there, then it will update the value. Whatever the value is there, it will remove that one. It will place the new value. Now, whatever the key that you have given, if that key is not there, then what the dictionary will do is, it will create this key. It will create this key and it will add this value to that key. One, two, three, Python. That means this is a way to do modification as well as adding. Adding also can be done with the help of set default. If you're using set default, what will happen? You can add a new key one time. But using this process, if I'm giving 45, if I'm giving 2, 3, 4 equals to 45, then what it will do? If there is no key 2, 3, 4, it will create this one, it will add this one. If there is that key, for example, if I'm giving 45, if this key is there, then it will replace the data. So adding modification can be done in the single process, single way. Okay. You can use set default also for adding, or either you can use this way also for adding. Clear?
Yes, sir.
No questions, right? Now, next operation. If you want to know what are the all other operations that are available in your dictionary, you can use dir as usual. Okay, so we have discussed about keys, we have discussed about pop, we have discussed about set default, we have discussed about values, we have discussed about items. We will discuss few other also. So clear. In case of list, we have discussed about clear, right? What is a clear? How does the clear will work? Now,
Yes, sir.
here also same thing. If you use a clear, all the items will be gone. Copy. We have discussed, right? If you do A equal to B, if you're appending, there also it will affect, there also it will affect. Same thing. Here also copy. So clear, copy are also same as list. Okay. Now the next point we will discuss is, we'll discuss some other operations. Let's say D. Now this is a D. If I ask the interpreter, hey interpreter, what is 1, 2, 3 like this? Then what will be the answer?
Python.
Python.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Pakka.
Yes.
Observe it clearly. If I ask the interpreter D of 1, 2, 3,
Python.
Python, sir.
okay. If I ask the interpreter, hey interpreter, what is 67?
Python, sir.
Python, sir.
Okay. If I ask the interpreter, what is Python?
Not taken, sir.
Not taken out. That means
Python is not a key, sir.
Keyword.
yeah, if it is not there, then what will happen? That's what you have to think, right? See, when you are learning something, if it is there, what will happen? If it is not there, what will happen? So now it is not there. Then in that case, what will happen? What will happen? If you are
Key
asking a
errors.
key, yeah, you will get key error. You will get error. No need to remember this error name. If it is remembering, that is the best way. I mean, that is a good. But if you know that if the key is not existing, if you are trying to ask the key, then it will show you error. Okay, it will show you error. Now, if I ask what is py, what is py, and what will happen?
Error.
Error. Okay. So what is happening is, for example, let's say, just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Assume that you have a dictionary. Okay. Just close the eyes and assume that you have a big dictionary. Inside the dictionary, you have a lot of items. There is a lot of keys and values, lot of are there. Now you want to check. Now what you want to do is, you want to check that whether there is any key with a name called 55. What you will do? You will do like this, D of 55. If the 55 key is there, you will get the value, else you will get error. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yeah. In the same way, you have a big dictionary, another dictionary. Now you want to check whether that dictionary is having 101 key or not. 101 key. What you will do? D of 101. If this D is having 101 key, you will get the value, else you will get error. Now, what we can do is, we have a method called get. Key.get. What this method will do is, you can check if any key is there or not. For example, 55. You have a big dictionary. You want to check whether 55 key is there or not. If you are using in this particular way, we are getting error. When if that key is not there, you are getting error. But using get method, what will happen is, whatever the key you are trying to give, if that key is there in the dictionary, it will give you the value. If that key is not there, then it will not give any error. It will be blank. Now see, there is no such key with 55. So it will be giving blank answer. It will not give anything. So if the keys exist like this, 45, now it will show you the value 45. The keys exist like this, 67, it will give you the answer. So if you want to check whether the key is there or not without any error, then with the help of get. If it is giving the answer means the value is there. If it is not giving any answer, means the value is not there. Okay. Here.
Yes, sir.
So that is about the get function. Now the next function is pop item. So pop item means what it will do is t.pop, pop item, pop item. What it will do is inside this dictionary, whatever the item that is there in the last, that item will be removed. This one. Okay. So it can be anything. Whatever the item is there in the last, that item will be deleted. So see, this item is deleted. If you check this one. Again, if you apply d.pop item, the last item will be deleted. So if you want to delete the last item, then d.pop item. So d.pop item will remove the last item. So that is about the d.pop item. Now the last but not least, update. For example, you have now we have this D, right? D is having 1, 10, 45, this one, 67, this one, 10, this one. So let's say I have one more, like f equal to, I have one more dictionary, that is 2, 25, 3, 35, 45, 4, 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. And we have python, Python, 89. So this is one more dictionary. So now you have two dictionaries. D is one dictionary, F is one dictionary. Listen carefully. So D is one dictionary, F is one dictionary. Now what we are trying to do is d.update F. Now d.update F means we are trying to update the D. See, on this D, use an update operation. How you want to update? Take the help of F. Take the help of F and update the dictionary D. So this D will get updated. So updated means how it will work is whatever the values here, whatever the data is there here, right? It will add here inside this dictionary. While adding, it will check first. It will take this one, key 2, if this 2 is there or not. If it is not there, then 2 and 25 will be added inside this dictionary. Now next, it will take one more item, 3, 35. It will check whether this dictionary is having this 3 or not. Not there. Then it will add this item here. Then next, it will take next item, 45, 4. It will check 45 is there or not. Yes, 45 is there. Then it will not add 45. It will remove this 45 value. It will update the value as 4. Next, it will take 10. It will not directly add 10. It will check for the key 10. Yes, it is there. Now what it will do is it will remove the 100. It will update this one. So from this F, whatever the new keys are there, that will get directly added. But whatever the same keys are there, that will get updated. With whose value it will get updated? With the values of F. Whatever the dictionary are mentioning in the bracket. So that values will be taken as new. This value will be taken as old. Now if you check D, D got updated. See, 45 earlier, the value is 45 only. But now it got changed to this one. Okay. So 10 earlier was 100. But now this one. So there is no key called 2 earlier. But now it got added. There is no key called 3 earlier. But now got added. So new items will get added. Old items will get updated. That's it. So that is the purpose of update operation? Anybody has any questions on this? Set default for adding something, pop to remove something, pop item to remove the last item. Okay, keys to get the only keys, values to get only values, items to get the keys and values, and update is if you want to update the dictionary with some other dictionary. So these are the different operations that we have in this one. So clear, copy as same as we discussed, and we have a get. We have discussed about get till here. If you want to check any keys existing, if it is existing, then pull the value. If it is not existing, then don't give any error. Update. So update is nothing. See, for example, you have dictionary. Okay. So this is one dictionary. Okay, let me take 1 second. So F is one dictionary. Okay, I'm creating a D one more dictionary. The D is like a 1 colon some 100, 2 colon 200, 3 colon 300, 5 colon 500. This is one more dictionary. Now I have F1 dictionary, D1 dictionary. Now what I am trying to do is F dot update D. So just try to understand the sentence here. F dot up meaning see F dot update D. That means I am trying to update. To whom I am trying to update? F I am trying to update. I am not updating D. I am updating F because I am using update operation. Where you are using update operation? On the F. That means F will get updated. How the F will get updated? These are the values to be taken. Now when you are trying to update the WhatsApp version, what will happen? New version will get added, old version will get updated, right? So if you see WhatsApp, recently WhatsApp have invented new features, right? So there is an edit option. Once you send a message, you can do edit option. So now there is a one more feature called screen recording. So now this edit option, screen recording are the new features. Okay. But old features what? Chatting, video call, audio call, okay, status, etc., etc. These are the old features. Now when new features you are adding, so those will get added. But there might be some issues in the old feature. You want to update them. So old features will get updated. But new features will get added. So now F is the old dictionary. D is the new dictionary. Now what you want to try to do is D dot update. I am trying to update the dictionary F. How you want to? I want to use the D dictionary. So if you are doing in this particular way, what will happen? It will take one item from where? From the D. So it will take this item, it will add here. It will take this item, it will add here. It will take this item, it will add here. It will take this item, it will add to the dictionary. It will take this item, it will add it. So all the items will get added. That's it. That is the only meaning of dictionary updating. So it will take this item, add into that one. Take this item, add to that dictionary. Take this item, add to the dictionary. But if you see here, if you're taking one, if you directly go here, add it, there will be an issue because the key should be unique in dictionary. For example, now if you're taking 1 and 100, if you're directly adding, then there might be 2 ones occurs. That's why what it will do is it will take this 100, it will check here whether there is a key with 1 or not earlier before adding. If it is not there, then this 1 and 100 will directly add it to F. Now it will go to the next item, 2 and 200. So before directly adding this 2 and 200 to this dictionary, it will check, is there any key with the name 2? Yes, it is there. Then what it will do is, instead of adding this item separately, it will remove the old 25, it will update the value with 200. That's it. In the same way, it will take this value, this item, this item, this item. So whatever the new item is there, that will directly add it. If any existing keys is there, it will update it.
Okay.